everyone, welcome back to some Blood Crest Manor content. Today I have some really interesting stuff for you guys. I have 3 really big fat boxes behind me from Home Depot. What's in these boxes, you may ask? Well, 2 of them hold 6 skeletons each, 1 holds a casket. So we're going to go ahead and get these unboxed for you guys and see what they look like. A few of them are just like some basic looking skeletons, 5-foot posable. The other 6 are Decayed skeletons, which are a lot more in-depth looking. They were a little bit more expensive, but definitely I think worth it. And then we have the casket, which is right there. The casket, I got it because it's going to be a key central point as you walk through the front door of the haunt. I've been needing one for a minute now, and I've been trying to source and find one that was a cheap one and I could get for a decent price. But real caskets, if anyone's ever bought one, they're pretty expensive, and I can't find a decent one for a decent price. Now, Home Depot does sell one that fit their skeletons pretty well, in which, as you'll see as I go on using this casket, you'll see what's going to go in it and why I need one. We're not going to get into that right now because I kind of want to keep it a surprise. But I needed one, and they had a decent one for 200 bucks. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be unboxing for you guys today. Just kind of go ahead and go over, look at them, and give you my reviews and my thoughts. So let's go ahead and get them unboxed and see what we think. Woo! Alright everybody, so here's the first one right here. The 5-foot LED Pose and Stay Decayed Skeleton. There are 6 to a box. And this one I have already opened, as you can see. I got these a little bit ago, and I just kind of wanted to make sure they were what they were. That way I wouldn't be standing here in this video making a mistake. But there they all are. 5 pretty maids in a row. So here he is out of the box, one of the 6 Decayed skeletons. As you can see, they did a really good job with like the face and the color scheme. And I also like how the rib cages still has some flesh going on. I could easily come through here and dry brush in some red on the ribs, and it would make them look really stand out. And here is the try me button for the eyes. And there they go. Now, in my case, I don't foresee me really needing or caring about the LED eyes. It's just kind of like a plus. For me, I just kind of needed the skeletons for what they are. Give you a little back spin here so I can show you the back. Because even the back of them is very detailed and looks pretty strong. But so, I need these as just simple props in the haunt. The Decayed ones are probably not going to see a ton of change. They may see some, they probably won't though. I foresee them kind of just being hung off hooks or hanging off the wall just as they are. I might throw some stuff in there to make him look like he's got some flesh hanging off or something like that. But other than that, that's going to be it for him. They look really interesting, good detail, good color scheme, and the LED eyes work really well. So I give these guys a passing score. I would go ahead and say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to give them, as far as posable skeletons go, I'd have to give them about an 8, 8.5. I mean, you really can't beat how he looks for the price. Once again, Home Depot's prices this year for everything they have is just really, really good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the other box of skeletons. All right, for the second box of skeletons, and this one is definitely the cheaper of the 2. Once again, I'm not very confident in telling you guys the price of it. I want to say it was like $150. I want to say that's what it was, and the other ones were $200, but I may be wrong. But so here is the second box. As you can see, the boxes are a little bit different for the posable skeleton, just the normal ones versus the Decayed ones. So I have not opened this box yet, and I do not know how they look. So let's go ahead without further ado and get into the box. Now we can see what we got going on in here. All right. So, okay, they lined them up head to toe in the middle. And then the other 2 on the outside like that. And these even come with little bitty instructions. Don't think I need instructions for this, but we'll see. All right, everybody, so here he is out of the box, one of these 6 normal posable skeletons. As you can see, there's nothing in the rib cage at all. It is literally just basic skeleton stuff here. It is a little bit flimsy, as you can see. He's not the highest quality, but with that being said, he really doesn't have to be. And that's because these guys aren't going to really even be used as skeletons at all. They're going to be used as basically like forms for dummies that I'm going to be having. And so basically there won't be any part of them that's actually showing. If I had to give them a score, 1 out of 10, I'd probably give them like a 7, maybe 6.5. And I'm not trying to rate them very low. I'm not trying to be mean about it. Home Depot definitely did a good job with these, but they're just they're very flimsy. They're pretty cheap, but the fact that they are so cheap makes them worth having. I would have 6 of these for 150 or 120, whatever it was, then pay 80 for one of them that's like high quality. Just doesn't make any sense, does it? It just doesn't make any sense. Nope, sure doesn't. So that's why we got these guys. Without further ado, everybody, that's going to be it for these guys. And now let's go ahead and crack open the casket. All right, everybody, so I have it cracked open. And I haven't looked inside yet past just getting it open. So let's see what we got going on. And just like with some of the other animatronics this year, they have their instructions printed on the box again. I think that's a cool feature that they're doing, but I will say that I think it's just kind of unnecessary. I mean, if you want to have the instructions like right there, then there's really no need for all of this. But all right, let's get past that now. And right off the bat, we have 1/2 of the coffin. This is either the opening or the bottom door. And here she is with a little bitty instruction manual. Oh, wow. Now that is an instruction manual. That has a lot of instructions. And we're looking at about 13 pages. And look, they even got that skeleton in here as what you can use for it. But all right, everybody. So here must be the clamp that clamps in at the spine. This is your door. And there's your other door. So we have both our doors right here and probably more of the components on the bottom. Let me get these out, guys, and I'll be right back with you. All right, now that we have the 2 doors out of the way, it looks like we have our, goodness, that is heavy. All right, so this is the bottom, and the bottom is actually connected to the side panels of the casket itself. And here is the adapter and some of the hardware, it looks like, for it. So once again, guys, I'm gonna have to put the camera down just to get all this out. So I'll be right back. Ooh. All right, everybody, so here it is, completely out of the box. You have your 2 halves, your 2 doors. This is the stand. This part is probably a connecting piece on the back to some extent. Maybe part of the door assembly, I'm not sure. Excuse the mess, I'm sorry, I just pulled it all out. Here's the pillow that goes in it. That's the skeletal holder. And that's all your hardware. And here is your very large booklet of instructions. But all right, everybody, so I'm going to probably actually come back tomorrow to get this built. I've got other things I need to do today, and I didn't realize the instructions were going to be a year long. So I don't think I have time today to do this, but with a little bit of YouTube magic, we'll be right back to get this built for you guys. Woo! Alright everybody, so that's going to be it for this one. We got the casket all built together. It really looks awesome in my mind, how it kind of just flows together. There is a little bit of a gap there with the lining up of the doors. I don't think that's really a big deal because this casket's always going to be open. This will always be open. I don't foresee it ever being closed. And even if I do decide to move it somewhere else in the haunt later on, it'll still most likely be open. But with that being said, I like the details. I like how they made this. Everything about it looks really good. The paint job is really good. The finer little details like in the wood grain. I really love how they made it an optional attachment to where you could put a little rack in here for a skeleton. That is one of the biggest reasons that I bought this. I want to turn this into a dummy. And it will be in the casket itself, but it won't just be a skeleton, it'll actually be like a body. So it'll look a lot better and more scary versus the more whimsical, hey, how's it going? Little skeleton here. But in which if you want to have just a skeleton in it, by all means, excuse my hair, by all means, it'll look just as good. You know, well, it'll look more whimsical, but it'll look good. Everything about this I like. The skeletons were really good. The quality of them is good enough, especially when you go out and you see the price of some of these things. Like I got these skeletons for basically 20 bucks a piece, 22 a piece if I'm not mistaken, give or take. I'll have to get back to you on the price on that, but they're so well priced for what they are, and they go really well together. So all in all, I could have bought a real casket, found one, and just used it. I would have liked that, but the price would have been really steep comparatively to 200 bucks and 20 bucks or whatever I paid for him. It's just a really good deal and a good combination. I want to make it work really well. Now, I didn't put the metal stand together that this comes with. This does have a little metal stand, and you're able to lean the casket back or have it stand forward. And that's like the support that it has for outside. I'm never going to need or use that. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'm not going to put that metal stand together yet. I could see me using the metal stand in the future for something else maybe, but not this. This will always be laying down on like a table, kind of like a viewing of a body situation. That's how this will always be used in my mind. But other than that, guys, I think that this is really worth it. It's a great deal. It has a really cool effect, and it's not that bad to build. It's not too overly heavy, but it definitely is a little bit on the heavier side. So if you're going to be doing this on your own, just kind of be prepared for a little bit more of heavy lifting. But other than that, guys, I do recommend this. I think it's pretty good. It doesn't have that many issues, especially considering that it's like 200 bucks. It's not a bad deal at all. So with that being said, guys, I'll be getting back to you here soon with some more props and some more creation videos, and probably some more construction videos here soon as well. We got a lot of stuff to be doing over here before the opening season of 2024, and I'm really looking forward to it. So until then, guys, I'll be talking to you here soon. Ooh.